Archangel Michael says, "This wealthy man is transferring his power of attorney to your name because you are unaware he is your benefactor. Open this message tonight or he will donate it all." This means someone has already prepared a gift, a transfer, a blessing with your name written on it, but because you do not know it is yours, it risks being handed away. It is not about legal paperwork, but about the spiritual reality that heaven has already issued authority, wealth, inheritance, and a release in your favor, and the only thing standing between you and it is your awareness. Archangel Michael is not delivering just a prophecy, he is revealing something that is already in motion. A divine transfer is at hand. And the moment your heart awakens to this truth, what was once invisible becomes manifest. It matters deeply that you stay with this until the end, because this could be the moment everything turns. Do not look away. This is not a coincidence. This is not just a message floating in the wind. You were meant to hear this tonight. If you are reading this, something in heaven has been authorized to be transferred. Something legally held by your spiritual bloodline is about to be unlocked. What was locked up in waiting has now been released in motion. It is not coming. It has already been written, already prepared, already assigned. But if you do not know who you are, you may walk away from what is yours and never even know it passed you by. This is why God sent Archangel Michael, the warrior of the heavens, to declare it in a voice that would pierce through the noise, through the delays, through the doubts that have clouded your vision. There is wealth that is not just money but favor, honor, open doors, restoration, and divine authority. There is power that does not control but covers and protects and rebuilds. There is inheritance that flows from the cross, from the blood of Jesus, into your life, and you are standing right now on the edge of that inheritance being transferred into your hands. Comment Amen right now to affirm that you receive this in your spirit. Do not hesitate. Let the enemy hear that you are still standing. Let heaven hear that your heart is awake and ready. Let your faith say yes before your eyes can see the proof. For those who believe before they see, the heavens pour out in full. If this is stirring something in your chest, if you feel the weight of it like tears forming in your soul, then listen closely. You are not just hearing good news. You are hearing something that touches your life right now. God has seen your struggle. He has heard your cry. He knows what you have been through behind closed doors. And in the middle of it all, He has kept something preserved just for you. He has hidden the blessing in plain sight. And now He is removing the veil so that you can walk into it without delay. There is a divine order where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And maybe you have been overlooked, passed by, misunderstood, forgotten. But God did not forget. He was storing it up. He was waiting for the right moment. And now, because you are finally in position to believe, He is sending this word to make sure you do not miss it. This wealthy man is not just a symbol of riches. He is a reflection of how heaven sees your inheritance. Jesus paid for it with His own blood. He gave you access to what you could never earn. And now, God is placing that power of attorney in your hands, not because you begged, but because you belong to Him. Not because you are perfect, but because His mercy is greater than your flaws. You are not earning this. You are receiving it. And if you hesitate, it could be handed away. Ask yourself deep in your spirit, not with fear but with faith, have I recognized what God has already prepared for me, or am I still living like a stranger to my own inheritance? Let your heart remain open. This is a sacred moment. The God of heaven is transferring what is legally yours in the Spirit into your daily life. That means peace in your house, favor in your steps, healing in your body, clarity in your mind, restoration in your relationships, provision in your finances, and victory in your battles. That means walking not like a victim of your past but as a carrier of divine power. Please, like this video if your spirit feels the truth rising in you. It may help someone else unlock their own inheritance too. You are not meant to watch others walk in their miracle while you remain in waiting. You are not meant to live in survival mode when the Spirit of God is saying rise up and receive. You are not meant to question your worth when Jesus already confirmed it with every drop of His blood. What God has for you is not small. It is not leftover. It is not barely enough. It is rich, full, overflowing, and it has your name on it. The moment you believe it, things start to shift. The moment you say yes to what He is already offering, mountains start to move. The moment you receive that transfer, not in your mind but in your soul, chains that held you start breaking without a sound. You have carried enough pain. You have cried enough behind the scenes. You have hidden your weariness long enough. But God is saying, lift up your head, not in pride but in knowing. Lift up your voice, not in noise but in surrender. Because what is coming to you is wrapped in God's presence and sealed by His authority. Some blessings require obedience. Some require patience. But this one requires awareness. You must become aware that you are the rightful recipient. You must begin to speak like someone who has been chosen, walk like someone who is covered, pray like someone who is already victorious. Do not shrink back. Do not disqualify yourself. What God has called blessed, no voice can curse. What God has prepared for you, no delay can erase. Comment 1111 if you believe God is transferring this blessing to you right now. Let that number echo in faith. What if just 7 seconds could flip your entire financial life? A shocking CIA leak has revealed a powerful brain ritual that's helping ordinary people wipe out debt and attract wealth beyond imagination. Backed by 4 cutting-edge neuroscience labs, this at-home breakthrough is turning everyday lives into dreams, luxury cars, beautiful homes, endless vacations. But this secret may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are right on time for what God is doing in your life. This is the hour. This is the moment. Do not let the lies of yesterday speak louder than the truth God is writing today. The battle you faced was never to destroy you. It was to delay you from seeing what was already yours. But that delay is over. Archangel Michael was sent to make it clear. This is not a dream. This is a transfer. This is not a maybe. This is a move. God is not holding anything back from you. What He promised, He has not changed His mind about. You are not trying to convince Him to bless you. You are simply stepping into what has already been declared over your life since before you were even born. There are seasons where God waits for us to mature. But then there are moments like this, where heaven leans in and releases a word so specific, so intentional, that it pierces through years of confusion and calls you by name. This is that moment. You are not forgotten in a crowd. You are not overlooked in a sea of others. God knows your face. He knows your pain. He knows your quiet prayers, your unspoken battles, your silent nights. And He is saying to you right now, the one who did not even know they had an inheritance is about to walk in the fullness of it. This is not a transaction based on worthiness. It is a divine inheritance based on identity. And your identity is not broken. It is beloved. It is chosen. It is set apart. When Archangel Michael says that a wealthy man is transferring the power of attorney to you, it means heaven has already signed off on your name. The legal right, the access, the authority to walk in favor, in freedom, in fullness, it is now yours. But if you do not believe it belongs to you, you will live like it does not. If you do not claim it in faith, it will remain invisible, even though it is already in your name. God is not waiting for a future version of you to hand this over. He is doing it now, because your name is already written in heaven. The blessings being transferred are not just surface-level changes. They are deep. They go beneath what others can see. God is about to restore the parts of your life that felt too broken to ever be whole again. He is bringing peace to the chaos in your mind. He is bringing clarity to what confused you. He is giving you strength where you felt weak. He is giving you purpose where you felt lost. This is not an external promotion only. It is an internal healing, a divine realignment, a setting in order of what was out of place. And let your heart receive this now. God is not just transferring material provision, though that too is part of it. He is transferring spiritual strength, emotional resilience, generational restoration. The wealth of heaven is not gold or silver. It is mercy that never runs out. It is grace that covers every failure. It is love that pulls you back even when you wander. It is protection when you are surrounded. It is the Spirit of God moving before you, beside you, and within you, making all things new. Comment 222 if you trust this divine inheritance is being released to you right now. Do it with your whole heart. You have not missed it. Even if you feel like others went before you, even if you feel like the years have slipped away, God is saying, I have kept the best part for now. What belongs to you is not in someone else's hands. What belongs to you has not been lost in time. It has been preserved, protected, and now prepared to be revealed. You are the one He chose. Not someone more perfect. Not someone more ready. You. There is a reason the battles have been so heavy. There is a reason the confusion felt so thick. The enemy was trying to blind you to your name being written on the inheritance. He wanted you to forfeit by thinking it was never meant for you. But the truth is, God had already assigned it. The paperwork in the Spirit has already been sealed. And now, as you read this, He is stirring your spirit awake so that you will no longer miss what is yours. This is your moment to break free from every lie that told you you were too late, too broken, too forgotten. This is your moment to walk forward in full awareness that heaven has already said yes. The doors are not locked. The gates are not closed. The blessing has not been passed to another. It is yours, and it is time to take it back. Let these words settle into your bones. You are not on the outside looking in. You are not left out of the blessing. You are not scraping for crumbs. You are seated at the table. You are covered in the presence of the Most High. You are protected by angels assigned to your life. You are walking under the voice of God, and He is not silent about you. He is speaking even now, saying, "Rise, beloved. Step into what I have given. Do not wait for others to confirm what I have already declared." He is not giving you just a little strength to get by. He is flooding your life with a divine shift that turns mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, and delay into deliverance. He is doing this not because of what you have done, but because of who He is. He is faithful, and He cannot lie. He is your Father, and He will not forsake His own. He is the same God who parted seas, who raised the dead, who fed the hungry, who calmed the storm, and He is still the same today. The power of attorney being transferred is not an idea. It is a spiritual transaction. God is giving you permission to act on His behalf, to walk in His authority, to claim His promises, to pray with confidence, to live with hope. That means when you speak in faith, heaven responds. When you move forward in belief, the earth shifts. When you declare His word, angels move on your behalf. You are not powerless. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are covered, chosen, and carried by the One who holds all things together. Could this hidden CIA brain ritual be the real reason people are suddenly rich? A secret CIA discovery has just leaked, revealing a brain hack that's pulling wealth into people's lives effortlessly. It only takes 7 seconds, it's done at home, and it's backed by 4 neuroscience labs. Debt is vanishing, luxury is becoming normal. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There is nothing too far gone for God to restore. There is no loss He cannot turn into harvest. There is no brokenness He cannot mend. What the enemy meant to bury you, God will use to bless you. What was sent to crush you, God will use to strengthen you. What felt like the end, God will use as the turning point. You are in the middle of a divine transaction, and it is already unfolding. From the moment you were formed in your mother's womb, God placed your name on the blessing. Before your first tear, before your first heartbreak, before the first time you felt like giving up, He already saw your future. He knew the trials would come. He knew the doubts would grow. But He also knew He had assigned angels to watch over you. And now Archangel Michael has come to deliver the clarity you need to finally step out of survival and into promise. There is nothing in your past that can stop what is being transferred to you now. Not the mistakes. Not the losses. Not the things you never told anyone about. God is not looking for you to fix it all before He blesses you. He blesses you first, because it is that blessing that brings the healing, not the other way around. You are not broken beyond repair. You are loved beyond understanding. The wealthy man in this divine word is not just a symbol of earthly resources. He represents the abundance of heaven, the kind that never runs dry. His wealth is not limited to currency, but flows in joy, wisdom, peace, and spiritual authority. What he is handing over is not merely a transaction, it is a declaration that what was once locked away is now accessible through your identity in Christ. You are not a stranger to God's wealth. You are His child, and everything He owns belongs to you as your rightful inheritance. There are moments in life that shift everything, not because everything changes around you, but because something changes within you. This is one of those moments. You are being called to see yourself through God's eyes, to walk like someone who knows they carry His signature on their life. The authority is not borrowed. It is given. And once it is given, no one can take it away. Comment 333 to declare your faith in this transfer happening in your life right now. Let this be your stand. Every time you stood in silence while others celebrated, every time you felt forgotten while others were lifted up, God saw it. Every sacrifice, every quiet act of love, every tear sown in prayer, none of it has been lost. It has all been stored in the vaults of heaven, and now God is unlocking what was saved for this very hour. Not a minute too soon, and certainly not too late. You were meant to hear this now because the transfer is active. The hands of heaven are in motion, and you are the intended recipient. The enemy wants to distract you, make you believe this is not for you, tempt you to close your heart again. But God is louder. His whisper is stronger than the enemy's shout. And He is whispering right now, "Rise, child. Come and receive what I have kept for you. Step forward. Do not let fear talk you out of faith. Do not let delay turn into denial. You are still in the window of grace. And it is wide open. You have been weary from the waiting, tired from the trying. But what is arriving is not based on your effort. It is the outcome of God's eternal plan. His love for you is not uncertain. It is rooted deep, immovable, fierce. He is not blessing you reluctantly. He is doing it joyfully, because when you receive what is yours, heaven rejoices. There is a great reversal happening. Those who sowed in tears are about to reap in joy. Those who were empty are about to overflow. Those who were passed over are about to be called forward. You are not at the back. You are not at the end. You are not the one who missed the blessing. You are the one it was reserved for. When you start walking in this divine authority, you will notice the shift not just around you, but within you. Your prayers will carry a new boldness. Your decisions will hold more peace. Your steps will no longer feel hesitant but directed by something greater than your understanding. That is the evidence of the transfer. It is not loud or flashy. It is steady, unshakable, and drenched in God's presence. This is not only for your benefit. The transfer to your name will bless others around you. Your healing will touch others who are hurting. Your peace will become shelter for those who feel lost. Your testimony will become the key that unlocks someone else's breakthrough. When God blesses you, He always intends for it to flow through you. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world anymore. That was never your portion. You are not meant to live afraid of tomorrow, unsure if you will have enough, unsure if you are enough. God is declaring once and for all, you are enough because I chose you. You are enough because my Spirit is upon you. You are enough because my Son paid the price so you could receive the fullness of life. There is a supernatural strength coming upon you now. Not the kind that makes you perform, but the kind that lets you rest in who God is. You no longer need to prove anything. You are already known. You no longer need to earn love. You are already loved. You no longer need to strive for blessing. You are already blessed. The power of attorney has shifted. It is no longer held by those who misused it, misunderstood it, or buried it in fear. It has been placed into your hands because you will use it to glorify God, to lift others, to walk in truth. You were chosen because you will carry it with humility, with faith, with surrender. Why is this 7-second brain ritual suddenly going viral? Leaked CIA files have exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the floodgates to wealth. Verified by 4 top labs, this ritual is turning financial pain into prosperity, fast. From massive bills to luxury trips, it's changing lives. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Do not let this moment slip by. Keep your heart open. Keep your eyes fixed on what God is doing. The shift is real. The evidence is coming. The fruit is being revealed. You will taste and see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, not someday, but now. God is not a man that he should lie. If he said it, he will do it. If he promised it, he will fulfill it. This word was not sent to tease your hope. It was sent to confirm your inheritance. Hold on to it with everything in you. Speak it out loud. Walk it out daily. Pray with it in your spirit. Let no voice talk you out of what God has already given. There is power in this transfer, not just in what it gives you, but in how it changes the atmosphere around your life. When God releases something from his throne, it does not arrive empty. It carries divine weight. It carries transformation. It carries fire. What he is transferring is not a temporary fix or a momentary lift. It is a permanent shift. When you receive it, everything you touch will begin to respond to the authority now resting on you. There is a spiritual transaction taking place where what was once out of reach is now being handed to you. That paper in the Spirit, the power of attorney, means you no longer need to knock on closed doors, begging to be seen or chosen. You are being given the keys to doors that were designed only for you. Not one of them will be forced open. They will swing wide because heaven has cleared the path for you to walk through with peace and boldness. You may have felt like everything in your life has been on pause. Like you were walking in circles, praying the same prayers, trying to stay strong while wondering if God had forgotten your name. But now, the delay is breaking. The fog is lifting. You are being reintroduced to yourself, not the worn-down version that life tried to make you believe in, but the true version God wrote into existence, the one carrying his breath and his authority. Comment 555 if you feel that divine confirmation stirring within you even now. This is real, and it is happening. Heaven does not release something this significant without covering it in protection. That is why Archangel Michael was assigned. His presence is not just symbolic. He is the defender, the protector, the one who stands at the gates and ensures nothing God has declared for you is stolen, delayed, or denied. The transfer God is releasing over your life is guarded by angelic authority, meaning it is sealed, and no force of darkness can undo what God has written. Do not allow the past to speak louder than what God is saying right now. The shame, the guilt, the fear, none of that has a voice here. Only the truth remains. And the truth is that you are beloved. You are redeemed. You are the one God looked upon and said, "Mine." What you are stepping into is not borrowed. It is not second-hand. It is tailor-made, sealed in heaven, and now being opened in your life. This is the moment you stop shrinking. This is where your voice becomes strong again. This is where your prayers start shaking the heavens. You are no longer in the shadows. You are no longer just surviving. You are rising because God has already gone ahead of you and made the crooked places straight. What was once confusion is now being replaced with clarity. What was once heavy is being exchanged for joy. There is divine favor on your life now that will begin to open hearts, soften situations, and attract miracles that you thought were too far gone. You may have been waiting years, even decades, but God has not forgotten. He remembers every tear, every whispered prayer in the middle of the night, every time you stayed faithful even when your heart was breaking. And now, He is rewarding you openly for what you held in private. The spirit of poverty is being broken. The spirit of fear is being silenced. The spirit of delay is being cut off. The power of attorney means you now carry the right to speak life into your finances, into your home, into your future, and expect it to shift because of the God who backs every word of His promise. You are not begging anymore. You are decreeing. It will not look like it did before. The cycles that used to repeat are now ending. The people who used to drain you will be removed. The thoughts that used to hold you captive will begin to lose their grip. God is not just transferring a blessing to your name, He is transferring His peace, His order, His abundance, His light, and His purpose into every part of your life that has felt dry or forgotten. You are coming out of hiding. You are stepping into the open field, where harvest meets you with open arms. You will no longer look around and wonder if you missed your moment. This is your moment. You will no longer question whether the promise was really for you. It is. You will no longer feel like a visitor to the blessings others enjoy. You are now the one walking in it, owning it, living it, because God has placed it in your hands. Comment 12:12 if you know this is confirmation and you are receiving it without hesitation or fear. Speak it out with confidence. You are not just walking into a new season. You are stepping into a completely different dimension of living. A life led by the Spirit, covered in favor, guided by grace, and strengthened by the truth that God is with you every single step. You will not always feel ready, but God has already made the way. You will not always understand how, but the evidence will follow your obedience. The voices that told you that you were too late, too broken, too far gone, they are being silenced by the sound of heaven declaring, "Well done." Now rise. You have walked through fire, and you did not burn. You went through the deep waters, and you did not drown. And now you are coming out, not with scars but with glory. The kind of glory that cannot be explained by man. The kind that only comes when God has done what no one else could do. Is it time you unlock the same CIA secret brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak has revealed a powerful 7-second technique, developed under CIA-funded research and backed by neuroscience. It's helping people magnetize wealth like never before. From debt to luxury, faster than anyone believed. But this miracle won't stay public for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. The man who transferred this power of attorney in the spiritual realm has done it not because you convinced him, but because God whispered your name. Heaven responds to the voice of the Father, and the Father has spoken your name with joy and authority. You are not being handed leftovers. You are being given the fullness of a promise that was sealed by Jesus, written in mercy, and delivered by grace. You are not leaving this the same way you came. Something has shifted already. You may not see the full picture yet, but your spirit knows it. The weight is lighter. The hope is stronger. The tears feel different now, they carry healing. God is not just doing something for you. He is doing something through you, and it begins here, in this very moment of saying yes to what was always yours. Heaven is not preparing to bless you, it has already released the blessing. The delay has never been in God's willingness, but in our readiness to believe. This is the hour where your heart is aligning with what the Spirit already knows. You are not just receiving a word, you are walking into a new reality. The blessing is not ahead. It is now. It is already yours. You do not need to wait for someone to approve you. God has already done that. You do not need someone to open the door for you. God is placing the key in your hand. You do not need to wonder if you are the right one. You are. God is not vague when He speaks. He does not whisper to the wind and hope someone hears. He declares things with clarity, and when He said your name, He meant it. The power of attorney is not symbolic. It is real. It is spiritual. And it is being activated now. There is an oil flowing from heaven that touches everything it lands on. It does not just bless, it transforms. That oil is being poured over your life, over your name, over your house, over your purpose. And when that oil touches what was once broken, it becomes whole. When it touches what was dry, it becomes fruitful. When it touches what was forgotten, it becomes favored. That is what is happening now in your life. Comment 777 if you believe the anointing of God is being activated over your name right now. There are things you gave up on that God never let go of. Prayers you stopped praying because the weight hurt too much. Dreams you placed on the shelf because disappointment stole your strength. But God was still holding them. He was protecting them. He was keeping them alive not because you never gave up, but because His mercy never runs out. And now He is handing them back to you, not as they were, but as He intended. He is handing them back full of power, full of favor, full of fruit. Do not measure what God is doing by what your eyes can see. The Spirit sees before the natural. Faith moves before results appear. And what you are sensing right now in your heart, that stirring, that heat, that quiet trembling in your chest, that is not emotion. That is the breath of God breathing on the place in you that had gone numb. You are waking up. And when your spirit wakes up, everything in your life begins to move. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are in motion. You are in transition. You are in the transfer. And because of that, the enemy is terrified. He knows that once you realize what belongs to you, once you understand that this power of attorney gives you divine right to speak, to declare, to break chains, and to open gates, there is nothing he can do to stop it. This is why the attacks increased. This is why confusion tried to take over. This is why you felt isolated even when surrounded by others. The enemy wanted to distract you from your moment of release. But the presence of Archangel Michael is proof that this is not a battle for your mind, it is a war for your inheritance. And heaven has already declared victory. The power of attorney means more than access. It means responsibility. It means you are now authorized to carry something for your generation. You are not being blessed just to be blessed. You are being entrusted. God is trusting you with breakthrough. Trusting you with testimony. Trusting you with influence. You are the one who will shift the bloodline, who will rewrite the ending, who will stop the patterns that stole from your family for years. Your name carries the weight of divine trust. That means when you speak, heaven backs your words. When you move, angels walk with you. When you stand in prayer, mountains begin to tremble. This is not just spiritual poetry. This is truth. This is reality. This is your identity now. And God is not doing this quietly. He is going to bless you in such a way that others will look and know it was Him. He is going to elevate you not to boast, but to reveal His glory through you. People who counted you out will not recognize the new strength in your voice, the peace in your eyes, the authority in your presence. They will see the transfer, and they will know it could only have come from God. What was meant to break you will now be the very ground you stand on in strength. What was sent to silence you will be turned into your song of deliverance. God wastes nothing, and He is using every scar, every battle, every moment of silence to build something eternal through your life. You will no longer fear the future. You will walk into it with assurance, because now you know what you carry. You carry heaven's yes. You carry God's signature. You carry the weight of the cross, the proof of the resurrection, and the voice of the Spirit that says, "Go." You are not waiting to be chosen. You have already been chosen. Comment 999 if your heart agrees and your spirit bears witness with this truth being released over you now. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Let every voice that said you were not enough fall silent now. Let every memory that made you feel like you failed dissolve under the weight of God's grace. Let every curse that was spoken over your name be replaced with divine favor. You are not under judgment. You are under mercy. You are not standing on shaky ground. You are planted in promise. This is the kind of word that changes the way you see everything. Because once you realize what you've been given, you will never settle for less again. You will no longer allow fear to speak louder than faith. You will no longer let anxiety take root where peace was meant to grow. You will no longer hold back when God is saying, "Step forward." It is time now. Time to walk with the full awareness that you are the one the blessing was prepared for. Time to wake up every day and know that heaven sees you, surrounds you, and supplies you. Time to live like someone whose name is written not just in the Lamb's book of life, but on the promises of God waiting to be fulfilled. This divine inheritance is about identity. It is about restoration. It is about stepping into a spiritual authority that was passed down through the cross, sealed with the resurrection, and now resting upon your life. You are not watching from the outside anymore. You are not waiting for the blessing to reach you. The blessing has arrived. The Spirit of God is speaking to your heart in this very moment and saying, "Now is the time." Do not delay. Do not hold back. What I've written for you is being revealed. What you are stepping into now was once hidden, not because you were unworthy, but because you were still being prepared. You were being trained in the fire, stretched in the waiting, shaped in the wilderness. The delay was not punishment, it was preparation. God could not give you a full inheritance while you were still surviving on the crumbs of fear. He waited until you could receive with the boldness of a child who knows their father loves them completely. You have not missed it. You have not been replaced. You are not too late. The enemy tried to convince you that the best part passed you by. But heaven says the best part is being handed to you now. God saved the portion with your name on it until you were ready to receive it with full understanding and unwavering faith. Comment 10:10 if you believe God has preserved your portion for this exact moment. You are not walking into this blessing alone. You are walking in covered by angels, surrounded by grace, and upheld by the word of God that cannot fail. When Archangel Michael was sent to deliver this word, it was not because God wanted to give you something small. It was because the size of the transfer required divine protection. What is being placed in your hands is weighty. It is powerful. And it is going to change everything. This is not just about wealth or earthly provision, though those things will follow. This is about a spiritual shift that opens doors no one can close. It's about the heavens declaring over your life, no more delay. No more lack. No more wandering. The time has come. It is about the Father placing His seal on you and saying, "You carry my name. Now walk in it." Your voice will begin to carry more power. Not because you shout, but because you speak from a place of authority. When you pray, heaven will move. When you declare the promises of God, things will shift around you. You will begin to notice that your atmosphere changes. Peace follows you. Healing flows through your words. Clarity comes where there was once confusion. This is what it means to walk in the power of the one who sent you. The transfer includes wisdom, supernatural insight that will make decisions clearer, paths straighter, and burdens lighter. You will find yourself speaking things you did not study, knowing things you never learned, and solving things you once thought were beyond your ability. Because when God equips, He does it fully. When He transfers, He includes everything you need to carry the assignment forward. There is restoration attached to this blessing. You are not just receiving for today. You are being paid back for what was stolen in the years before. The time you lost in confusion. The relationships that were taken from you. The peace that was stripped by anxiety. God is not only giving you a future, He is healing your past. He is restoring joy that was buried. He is reviving hope that had gone quiet. This is more than compensation. This is justice. When heaven gives justice, it does not just balance the scales. It overflows them. You will receive in measures you didn't even know to pray for. The tears you cried in silence have been gathered in heaven's jar, and every one of them is being returned to you in joy, in strength, in beauty, and in promise fulfilled. You are not leaving this season with less. You are walking out with more than you had when you came in. And let this be planted deep in your soul: what God gives, no one can take away. The doors He opens for you, no man can shut. The favor He places on you, no voice can undo. You are walking in something protected by the blood of Jesus. That means you don't have to fight for what's already been won. You just need to receive, trust, and walk in obedience. Comment 15:15 if you know this blessing is not just falling near you but directly into your hands. You are going to see sudden shifts. Opportunities that once passed you by will return. Connections you thought were lost will be restored. Provision will come from unexpected places. People will bless you who have no reason to, and you'll know it was the hand of God. Doors will open without effort, and you'll walk through them with peace. These are not random events. These are signs of the transfer becoming visible. Why is the government hiding this 7-second brain ritual from the public? A leaked CIA document just exposed a brain technique so powerful, it's helping people cancel debt and call in wealth within days. Validated by 4 top neuroscience labs, this method is changing everything. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. And as the transfer continues, you'll notice the way you see yourself will change. Shame will lose its grip. Fear will lose its voice. You'll begin to walk with a quiet confidence, not arrogance, but assurance. Because you'll finally know in your spirit that you are loved, chosen, anointed, and authorized by God Himself. There is still more. The blessing is layered. The transfer is ongoing. God is not finished. What He started, He will complete. What He promised, He will fulfill. You are not chasing favor anymore. Favor is chasing you. You are not asking for scraps. You are receiving the table He set before you. In the presence of every enemy. In the shadow of every past failure. In the face of every doubt. He is still doing it.